He was 76. One morning, just walking up a single flight of stairs, he collapsed on the last step. That man was me. I used to think fatigue was just part of aging. But when I couldn't catch my breath, and my heart was pounding in my chest like a warning drum, I knew something deeper was happening. That's when I discovered it wasn't just aging, but my heart crying out for help. And it wasn't about medication only, it was about how I was feeding my heart, every single day. In this video, I'll reveal to you the 7 silent threats that slowly destroy your heart after 60, and the natural solutions that saved my life. You'll learn what doctors often overlook. And more importantly, how to protect yourself, and maybe your parents or grandparents, from sudden stroke, heart attack, or arrhythmia. Segment 4 will shock you. It's a common vitamin that, if taken wrong, can worsen your arteries. You won't believe which one. If you care about your senior health, your blood pressure, or just want to live long with a strong heart, don't scroll away. Leave a comment if you or someone you love is over 60, and share one heart habit you do daily. And subscribe, because each week, I'll tell you another story that might just save your life. Your heart is tired, Mr. Bennett. That's what my doctor told me when I asked why climbing stairs felt like a marathon. But this is the truth, it wasn't my age. It was the wrong fuel. Most people think the heart runs only on glucose. That's what we've been told since school. But as we age, and especially if there's damage, the heart struggles to use glucose efficiently. That's where ketones come in. Ketones are like premium fuel for your heart. They bypass the damaged systems and feed your heart cells directly. And the best way to generate ketones? A ketogenic plan, high good fats, low carbs. Not a trend. It's a lifeline. Within 2 weeks of switching, my fatigue lifted. I wasn't out of breath walking. I could play with my grandkids again, something I thought was gone forever. The pleasant surprise is, while I was cutting carbs, I also noticed that my cholesterol profile improved, not worsened, as many fear. Because ketones also help reduce oxidative stress, the real villain behind heart disease. In segment 4, I'll show you how one misunderstood vitamin made my arteries younger, and could save you a surgery. If you've ever felt tired for no reason, or know someone over 60 who is, this might not be fatigue, but a heart screaming for the right fuel. Comment below, have you ever tried a low-carb or keto diet? Did it help your energy? And stay with me, the next part is about blood clots and the 2 foods I now eat daily to avoid them. It wasn't a heart attack, it was a clot. That's what my friend George's doctor told his family. One night, he just didn't wake up. No warning, no chest pain. Just a small blood clot that traveled to his brain, a silent stroke. Here's the scary part, by the time you feel stroke warning signs, it's often too late. And that's why we need to talk about prevention, real prevention, not just pills. After George's passing, I asked my doctor, how can I avoid the same fate? He smiled and said, time to meet 2 of your new best friends, nattokinase and garlic. The truth that few elderly people know. These 2 natural blood thinners don't just prevent clots, they gently help break down existing ones, without the harsh side effects of drugs like warfarin. I added nattokinase, from fermented soybeans, and raw garlic to my daily routine. It wasn't easy at first, my kitchen smelled like an Italian restaurant. But my blood flow improved. My blood pressure stabilized. Even my legs, which used to feel heavy, became lighter. But wait, what causes the clots in the first place? The real villain. Plaque buildup, microscopic damage to artery walls from oxidation and inflammation. And guess what fuels that? A bad diet, stress, and lack of movement, all too common in our later years. That's where I found the game changers. Tocotrienols, the supercharged form of vitamin E, and vitamin K2. Tocotrienols are like the firefighters of your arteries. They reduce oxidative stress, support clean vessels, and even help reduce angina, that scary chest pain no one wants to talk about. Meanwhile, vitamin K2 tells calcium where to go, into your bones, not your arteries. Next segment, I'll reveal the cholesterol myth that fooled me for 10 years, and the B vitamin that reversed it. So let me ask you, have you ever had a family member suffer a stroke? What steps are you taking to protect your heart? Share below, your comment might help someone else take their first step to a better heart. Your cholesterol is high. We need to start statins. That's what I heard at 68. But deep down, I knew there had to be more to the story. So I did what most don't, I questioned it. What I didn't expect here was, having high LDL doesn't always mean you're heading for a heart attack. What matters is the context, your triglyceride levels, your HDL, and inflammation markers. And the biggest myth? That cholesterol is the enemy. The truth? Cholesterol is essential for hormones, brain health, and even for repairing arteries. It only becomes dangerous when it's oxidized, turned toxic by sugar, stress, and poor nutrition. So instead of starting statins, I chose another path, one rooted in natural remedies for cholesterol. My secret weapon? Niacin, good old vitamin B3. But not the no-flush version, the real, flushing kind. The surprise here is, that flush. It's not a side effect. It's proof that blood vessels are opening, improving circulation. Niacin helped lower my triglycerides, increase HDL, and balance my entire lipid profile. And I felt more energy within weeks. Then I discovered TUDCA, a powerful bile salt supplement that helps the liver process and excrete cholesterol. Think of TUDCA as a cleanup crew inside your liver, turning cholesterol into bile, and bile into balance. Together, niacin and TUDCA helped do what statins couldn't. Fix the root cause, not just the number on the lab sheet. In segment 6, I'll show you why lowering sodium might be the worst thing for your blood pressure. So now, let me ask you. Have you ever been told to fear cholesterol? Have you tried niacin or a natural approach before? Comment below, your experience could inspire someone to ask better questions. Is it gas, or something worse? That's the first thought that crossed my mind when I felt tightness in my chest after walking a few blocks. I sat down, took deep breaths, and waited. But what I was experiencing wasn't just indigestion. It was angina, and it was a warning. For many seniors, chest pain doesn't come with drama. No sirens. No collapse. Just a subtle tightness, discomfort in the jaw, arm, or even the back. You don't need blocked arteries to have angina. Sometimes, it's not the pipes, it's the engine. Your heart muscle runs on energy from tiny power stations called mitochondria. And guess what? As we age, or take certain medications, these mitochondria get weak. Especially when we're on statins, which silently deplete one critical nutrient, coenzyme Q10. CoQ10 isn't just another supplement, it's fuel for the heart's battery. And when I started taking it, the change was undeniable. No more tightness. No more sudden breath loss. Just calm, steady strength. I didn't need a new prescription. I needed the right natural heart support, one that worked at the cellular level. In segment 6, I'll show you the blood pressure mistake 80% of seniors make daily, and the fix might surprise you. Let me ask you this. Have you or someone you love ever experienced chest pain and brushed it off? Comment below, and if you've tried CoQ10, let us know your experience. Your story might guide someone to act, before it's too late. Cut the salt, they said. It'll save your heart. So I did. I ditched the shaker. I read every label. And 6 months later, my blood pressure was worse. I discovered the secret that no one talks about. It's not just about too much sodium, it's about too little potassium. Yes, you heard that right. Your heart doesn't just suffer from salt, it suffers when it lacks balance. Potassium is what keeps arteries flexible, muscles relaxed, and pressure regulated. Yet most seniors consume half of what's needed. And what makes it worse? Diuretics, common blood pressure meds, flush potassium right out. I was low on electrolytes, dehydrated, and paying the price. So what did I do? I loaded up on potassium-rich foods, spinach, avocado, and coconut water. I added natural blood pressure remedies like magnesium and beet juice. And I stopped fearing salt, I simply switched to sea salt, in moderation. In weeks, I saw improvement. My numbers dropped. My head felt clearer. My heart steadied. In segment 7, I'll share the shocking truth about homocysteine, a little blood marker that silently predicts heart failure. Question for you. Have you ever been told to avoid salt? How has that advice worked out for you? Drop your experience in the comments, it might save someone's heart, too. Your cholesterol looks fine, but there's something else. That's what my doctor said, staring at my blood test. I thought I was safe. But he pointed to one word, homocysteine. I had never heard of it before. What I didn't expect here was, high homocysteine levels are a stronger predictor of heart disease than even cholesterol. Let me explain. Homocysteine is a byproduct, your body makes it when breaking down protein. But if you don't have enough B vitamins, especially B6, B9, folate, and B12, this toxin builds up, damaging arteries, stiffening vessels, and enlarging the heart. That's right. High homocysteine can lead to cardiomegaly, an enlarged heart. And not the kind filled with love. When I understood this, I changed my routine. I added nutritional yeast to my meals, a natural, rich source of B vitamins. I cut back on refined grains and sugar, the very things that rob your body of Bs. I also checked my iron levels, because too much iron plus low B12 equals a bad combination for the heart. The results? Within 90 days, my homocysteine dropped. My sleep improved. My memory felt sharper. And the pressure in my chest? Gone. The surprise here, doctors often miss this marker, it's not on standard panels. You have to ask for it. In segment 8, I'll talk about arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats, and what your cell phone might have to do with them. Have you ever heard of homocysteine before today? Drop a comment if this surprised you, and share if you take B vitamins regularly. My heart skips, then races. Is this anxiety? That's what I thought, until it happened again, and again. Lying in bed. Watching TV. Doing nothing. It was an arrhythmia, and it terrified me. No warning, no stress trigger. Just a flutter. A pause. Then a pounding thump. The unknown truth here is, the cause wasn't emotional. It was electrical, and invisible. I discovered the connection between electromagnetic fields, EMF, and irregular heartbeats. And it hit close to home, literally. I had a Wi-Fi router under my bed. My phone is always in my pocket. Even the wall behind my headboard was buzzing with hidden wiring. That invisible radiation was overstimulating my heart's rhythm. So I unplugged everything near where I slept. I moved my phone away from my chest during the day. And just like that, the fluttering stopped. But that was just part 1. I also replenished key minerals. Potassium and magnesium are the 2 natural remedies for irregular heartbeat. They calm electrical impulses, support atrial fibrillation prevention, and help the heart beat evenly. When I paired these with CoQ10 and reduced caffeine, it was like a symphony finding its rhythm again. In our final segment, I'll reveal the 7 daily habits I now follow to protect my heart into my 90s. So tell me, have you ever felt heart palpitations? Did you ever think your phone or Wi-Fi might be part of the problem? Drop your thoughts below, you might open someone's eyes today. Harold, how are you still this strong at 76? My grandson asked me that while we were tossing a ball in the park. I smiled. Because the truth is, longevity isn't luck. It's a habit. Today, I'll share the 7 daily rituals that changed my heart, and maybe, saved my life. 1. Morning sunlight plus walk. Every day starts with a 20-minute walk under the sun. It boosts vitamin D, balances blood pressure, and calms the nervous system. 2. Potassium-rich breakfast. Spinach, avocado, or a banana smoothie. I fuel up with potassium-rich foods to keep blood pressure in check. 3. Nutritional yeast with lunch. My go-to for B vitamins, protecting arteries, reducing homocysteine, and supporting memory. 4. Coenzyme Q10 after dinner. The heart's fuel. Especially after 60, Coenzyme Q10 helps my cells recharge and fight fatigue. 5. 15 minutes of breathing or prayer. I sit. I breathe. Sometimes I just give thanks. It's my natural way to control blood pressure and reset emotions. 6. No electronics near my bed. EMF-free zone. No phone, no Wi-Fi, no chargers. Since doing this, my heart rhythm has never been better. 7. Learn one new thing daily. Whether a fact, a word, or a story, I keep my brain alive. A sharp mind leads a strong heart. That's it. Simple, but sacred. In the next video, I'll break down what I eat in a day, the Harold Heart Plate, and how it's helped me stay off meds. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which habit surprised you most? Or which one are you going to start today? Comment below, and share this with someone who deserves more life in their years, not just more years in their life.